I've lived in 4 different continents. We are at part 6 of this series of me just breaking down how I went from like continent to continent to country. I lived at all those places for at least a year. Let's get into it. So we are at the final destination, which was my most recent long stay, which was in Perth, Australia. So with Perth, Australia, I feel like what I can really take from that experience is that if you have a family member who lives in like a really cool place in the world and you can find like a freelance job or something that you can do to make money online, yo, take advantage of that. Like literally go and visit them, and if they let you live with them like a sister, I think it's easier to live with family members versus if it was like an auntie. But if it's like your sister, you can bribe her and get yourself in that country and just explore it. Like I feel like it's one of the best decisions that I made, to like leave London where I was struggling and like life was so hard, and go to Australia. Like if I would go back in time, I would make that decision a million times because it really got me into a new country that I never thought I would visit, was never on my list. Like I knew I was gonna visit my sister at some point, but I didn't think I would live in Australia for 1 year. Australia, like it was interesting. Perth is like so freaking beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful cities that I've ever lived in. The beaches, the sunsets, like so beautiful. People there are more calm. Like it's not as busy as London. So it was like the perfect place for me to like cool down and just find myself like spiritually and mentally and just be balanced. Perth, like the life there was a lot slower. I spent most of the time at the gym, going on walks, journaling, like really thinking about my life and like where I wanted to take it next. I was also working, so doing like that online social media job that helped a lot. I think my YouTube channel is linked. There's literally like I vlogged a good portion of me living in Perth, as well as different videos about more about London, more about Australia. Like I've talked about all these places extensively on my YouTube channel, so I'll go watch that. And I do want to post like 2 more videos on this topic. Australia was really interesting. Like I feel like people in Australia are not as nice. When I came back to the US, that culture shock of people just being so nice to you, that was weird. Also in Australia, people like some people just walk around barefoot. It's a Aboriginal thing. The majority of people that I saw that were walking around barefoot were not Aboriginals. So I don't know what them people are doing, but they love to walk around barefoot. Like literally at grocery stores, at like the mall, like anywhere on the street. Like it's crazy. The winters in Australia shocked me. It was actually so cold. Like it would be way more cold inside than it would be outside because they're never really built their houses to be able to get them through winters. So like you gotta like double layer up because most of the houses do not have a heater system. Now that I'm no longer in that era of my life, I would consider Perth and London are like my second and third homes. I could see myself like buying a flight and going to London and being there for a couple months, for 1 year, for 2 years. Like I could literally do that easy. And Perth, same. Like I could go and live in Perth. Perth, I see it as a place that I could even retire in just because it's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. It's such like a slower pace of life. I loved it there. There's a lot of young families. Like people are just more calm and like, well, they party a lot, not gonna lie. They party hard and they do party a lot. And they do drink a lot like the British, but like it's still like more slower pace. Anyways, I'm gonna end the series here. I guess like what I can say is that if you ever have the opportunity to travel, to study abroad, to do your master's abroad, to live with a family member abroad, like honestly take it. Like even if it's just like for 1 month, like you never know what 1 month could do. Like my sister was in Australia for 3 months and she met her husband and now she lives there. So definitely put yourself out there and don't be afraid to do something. Even if it seems scary, by the second time that you're doing it, like you could literally do it a million times after that. Anyways, if you guys have questions about like what like my different thoughts on like the different places, like I don't know, living in Africa, in America, immigrating in America, living and being a student in London, and then finding myself a little bit in Australia, let me know, comment them, and yeah, this was a fun series to do.